Welcome to a Moosefoolery tutorial. I have been asked to do a tutorial on the basic use of Maya. So first off, we'll talk about setting up our scenes. You can create a project, new project, and you can you can name your project here. So, tutorial project, and then you can say where the different locations of your projects will go, your movie, your shaders, textures. Later tutorials will talk about textures and stuff. Next, if you go to Window, Settings and Preferences, and you go to Settings, right here you want to see your working units. So depending on what you're doing, person, building, bugs, whatever, or where you're from, I guess, you can change your view, your grid, to match what you're looking for. So if you're making a person or a building and you're from America, you're probably going to want to do foot. 24 frames per second, that's pretty standard for animation if you're planning on doing animation. Right now you'll get some clipping if your settings are wrong. For some reason my default settings are not correct. So to fix this, you can push spacebar and that pulls up this menu right here. You can go to and Window, Outliner, select your perspective right here. These are all cameras. These three are orthographic. This one is your perspective. And then select this button right here to pull up your layer editor, your channel box. And right down here, never mind, sorry. You want to go to Attribute Editor. Okay, in Attribute Editor you go down, you'll see Near Clip Plane and Far Clip Plane. So you want to set this to 10, and you can set this to, I believe the default normally is 10,000. Just push enter. And let's close these. So now, zoom out. Now you can see your whole grid. You can go out far. And this is in feet now. So if you just tap the space bar, you can go into this 4-plane view and you can see your other cameras, your top, front, and side. You can change these. You can go to space bar, panels, and you can decide which one you'd want. You could go to perspective, you could create a new camera, you could go to your orthographic and choose a different one of those, and you can change it to anything else, which we'll get to later. UV texture editor, hypershade, stuff like that. Okay, so we'll go back into our perspective and we'll just talk about creating stuff. So you can hold down spacebar. Also, when I say spacebar, you can also get to this stuff up here, and this section right here, this toolbar, is usually right here, but I have mine turned off because I just use the spacebar. So you can go to create, and we're just going to do polygons right now. So let's just build a cube, and you can just create a cube. If you want to see it with a shader on it, you can push 5 and that'll pull up this. 6 turns on the texture. I don't have any texture, so you can't see a difference. 7 turns on the lighting, and we just have the default lighting right now, so it's not really helpful. So we'll just put it back on 5 for now. Okay, so we'll just talk about some different things. Okay, how to move this box. So this is the translation tool, the move tool. And you'll see that it has the X, Y Y right here, X and Z axis. So you can move those through 3D space. Pretty self-explanatory. Right. And to rotate, you can just go to this tool right here, and right here you have the global gimbal lock tool, which allows you to rotate it any way you want. The best thing to do is to rotate it using these specific things here, these little handles, because you can get into this, and if you're animating, it can give you some really undesired results. Also, if you have specific angles that you want to get, so you can go 50 on the Y or whatever, and you can get really specific there if you know what you're doing. And then there's also scale, so we get the same thing. You can scale all of it at once down here in the middle. You can scale up, you can scale to the side, back and forth. Pretty simple stuff there. Let's talk about editing this thing. Okay, so to edit, right click and you can choose what you want to edit with. So there's the edges, vertex, face, and object mode will just go back so you can select the entire object. So let's go with vertex. So you see these are little vertices, and when you click on them, they are highlighted, and you can move and scale and rotate things just as you would the whole object. I don't think I mentioned the shortcut keys. So the move tool is W, the rotate is E, and the scale is R. Also a nice handy tool, so if I'm out here and I'm like, oh, I can't get back to where I want to go and I want to be on that point, I'll push F. You push F, well, that did something funky. So you push F and it'll zoom in on the spot. Also, you know, whatever you have selected. Okay, so some nice things you could do. You could, let's say you want to make a pyramid, just select those top ones. Oh, pyramid. Pretty easy stuff. Let's see what else. Can do edges. Scale these. You can't really scale individual vertices, but if you had multiple of them, it would work pretty similar to scaling that edge. So let's see, we had two. And then there's face. And that'll move the whole thing, scale in. Works the same way. And when you want to start building stuff, a lot of things that you'll want to do, there's this extrude feature. First I'll show you in the menu. So you go to edit mesh, and then you go down to extrude right here. You can go and just extrude out, create new faces. And then if you just, whatever you just did, and you want to repeat that, you can click on a new face or whatever you're wanting to do the same thing to, and you push G, and G just repeats that same thing that you did. You can go in, let's see, what should we do here? I'll move that in, scale it in to there, and extrude it again. Let's see, I'll do that to this. Extrude it again. We have an oven or something. I have no idea what that is. Anyway, you get the idea. So, it pretty much covers some of the basics of modeling. The next thing I'll do is show you how to go from concept to building to texturing, and those will all be separate tutorials, and hopefully I'll get those out at least once a week. So stay tuned, and I'll give you more.